Mr. Federal. Thank you, Judge. Honestly, go fuck yourself, sir. You don't say that, okay? You don't lose a trial where a jury acquits someone and finds them overwhelmingly not guilty and say, I gave my sincere obligation to look into this, and I'm telling you all I saw when she's guilty. Again, respectfully, go fuck yourself.
Is that a fair characterization of what you said? Your Honor,
I want to hear objection before I hear a word out of your mouth.
Objection.
Overruled. Sit down. Oh, I said overruled. Sit down.
Swear again like that. That was, no, I mean, whatever. That was, I shouldn't have done that.
A few moments later.
You, as a prosecutor, have got to be out of your fucking mind.
Nose.
Dude, Jimmy, look at those ears.
The ears don't bother me as much.
No, I don't trust a man. I don't trust a man with a lobe like that. No,
really,
not a fucking chance.
The mouth is butthole to me.
Very thin, paper thin.
The nose.
Oh, the nose.
The brows.
Well, listen, I will tell you though, I kind of like a fucked up nose on a guy.
Like a big old honker. I like a big nose.
Old nose. Give me that big bitch. You know,
yeah,
like, I'm into it.
Come over here, cluck cluck.
Yeah.
I see some chickens that went on up in my biz, cluck cluck. You gotta be with the kids, the kids, the kids, the kids, the kids, kids.
And I go, oop, clutch, clench, Kegel, we did it all. And I go, oh, and what happened? And they go, well, we just got 4,000 plus pages, bitch. And I said, stop it. Show me it. Take me to Unimpound Town immediately, if not sooner. So what happens?
The bitch is here.
Why are you at a football game? Are you a Fonz correspondent?
Well, no, because it's only for men over 30. Okay? Have a great night, boys. Fuck off.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
Hey, Blues Clues, motherfucker.
Happy Friday night, lovies. It is June 5th, 2026, 8:12 p.m. because is she punctual? No, but she's here. She's queer adjacent and she is happy as, I don't know, anything. All right. I'm knee deep in all filings, in everything that has dropped in the last 24 hours. My brain is broken. Broken, babes. How are you? Let's check in. Do an emotional feelsy at the moment. Where are you? How are you? Courtney knows me. Better late than never. Hey, listen, she's doing the best she can. Fake nose ring in, kiss press-ons. She's ready to rock and roll. Listen, hit him with that shoulder. And actually, the shoulder hurts, babe, because she fake and baked. All right? Put her in a UV situation. She did a little too much. 8 minutes. Who is she? We don't know. Oh. And Cassie knows I'm here. Cassie, I'm answering your question. Also, Cassie is my queen who is starting a free Nurse Kim from 3 jobs. And she's like, lady, if you maybe read a Cash App and or a Venmo, then maybe people would send them to you. And I said, stop it. So I'm going to try. I'm doing all the things. Okay. All right. Dying to know the shake and bake reference. What are we talking about? Oh, for the boys. Oh, okay. Listen. All right. Look at me. I am unwell over the filing from yesterday. It took me far too long to actually read it. Were you blacked out? Because I was blacked out, spinning upon the rings of Saturn. I said, nope. No, this was non-consensual, quite literally. And listen, we love to hear men's take on this, right? Like, oh, let's hear men talk about it. I'd like to talk about it. All right. I want to hear from the ladies because it was grotesque. And everything that Michael Proctor, former disgraced piece of garbage, absolute dumpster, slam pig, piece of shit that he is. Yeah. I think that whatever I thought he said in text messages, I was like, yeah, it's going to be bad. And somehow it made my jaw drop and my stomach like turn. Because at certain points when you're discussing things that you want to do to a lady friend, like, listen, no kink shaming here. No kink shaming at Nurse Kim's house. If you're into butt stuff, do butt stuff. But you want to do that like when you've roofied someone. That's a crime. That's criminal, my guy. So, ew. I'd like you to go to jail. Straight to jail for having this in your stuff. And you're talking to another officer, ick. I had the hair on my arm standing up, complete ick. I was like, this is egregious. But the things that took me out, guys, were specifically, oh, okay, here it is. And this is just from like a nursing perspective. And I want you to know, and everybody, all my first responders, please stand up. Stand up in the chat. And I need you to say if this didn't make you sick. After telling Goode about a multi-car accident in Canton, he said, quote, actually, take your time. I saw an N-word was involved, so I wouldn't rush if you're working. Let them die. There is no words for that, babes. Like, the depth of depravity and the lack of humanity in others, no matter your skin color, your creed, your sexual orientation, that should never matter. And like, you're not a comedian, first and foremost. Like, you're the farthest thing from a comedian. You're actually like the least funny human being. Your face, it might be funny, but other than that, like not a comical bone in your body. There it is. Kelly says, immature and regrettable. And that is what former trooper Michael Proctor got on the stand and told us when he was going through the egregious stuff he said about one Karen Reed, one defendant, factually innocent, acquitted ×2, Karen Reed. And when he was speaking about her medical conditions, that's where listen, even the C word, I'm like, it is what it is. You can feel a little cunty some days, right? When you hit him with a little shoulder, you're feeling a little cunty. But, and listen, let any man, you've been called worse by better, okay? And I'm sure Karen has. But there's certain points in which I always think to myself, and it's because of his profession, right? It's not acceptable. It's not okay. And you and I, have gone over Mass State Police and their policy and procedures. So you know damn right well that their personal cell phones, just like mine, just like a registered nurse, just like a physician in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, just like a nurse, just like any medical professional and or public servant and or EMT and first responder, anything that you have said that is regarding a patient, that is regarding a case, that is regarding an accident, something that you responded to in any way, shape, or form, it's discoverable in a court of law. Your cell phone, your personal cell phone, is not an exception. So if you were in my opinion, a group chat, I said this, I don't remember how long ago I said this, but I was like, hey, get out of group chats. Don't be in group chats. Because it doesn't matter, babes, if you said anything in it. You could end up being that poor prick on the stand, trial 2, who was like, I didn't even answer. I didn't even answer. And I can't read this out loud. He was mortified. So I say that to say this. The medical discussions of Karen Read referring to her anus as a balloon knot. Goode saying now every girl's going to want a brain tumor, MS, and like Crohn's or colitis, Crohn's, so that as long as she looks that good in yoga pants after she killed her boyfriend. What is happening? You know? All right. So just south of history says, I've missed your daily stream so much, Kimmy. Babe, I'm right here. Listen, she can't be daily, but all the information that has come in the last 48 hours, I don't know about you, but it's feeling dramatic. It's feeling dramatic, not in content creator drama. It's feeling like this is just starting. And Karen is telling us everything. So we're listening. Because bet your bottom dollar, babes, this isn't going to be just a civil situation. In my opinion, what was discovered in these documents and what has been discoverable and what resulted in 2 days prior and the knowledge thereof, having Sean Goode resign less than 48 hours after Canton was made aware that it was coming down the pike. Stop it. Stop it. And being ever helpful. Look at them. Look at Canton PD helping out their boy. And Meatball is saying she's letting the boys finish their beers while I get a fried dough like a queen. Our Meatball is up at Wares Beach. She's in Laconia for the Laconia weekend with all of the Minifans. She is a Minna lady, and I've been sent pictures. I've been sent pictures that are worth 1 million words. There's made my day, these pictures. Do I wish I was there? Yes. But she's holding down the fort for me. And just south of history also said Mark Furman was a boomer racist from the OJ trial. Proctor is an actual sociopath, in my opinion. Well, we know that I'm not diagnosing anybody. I like your opinion, though, and I like that you said it was an opinion. I think that it troubles me. I'm troubled by the fact that Michael Proctor doubled down, tripled down, quadrupled down in interviews, in public, in his attempt to regain his access to a badge and gun. And he said, I wouldn't have done anything differently. And guys, he meant it. I want to say to you that deeply, intrinsically, Michael Proctor fucking meant it. He wouldn't have done anything different in Karen Read's case. And that is terrifying. It should send absolute chills down your spine. Love a Romeo with cheese. He absolutely meant it. Okay. And then for the big girls, okay, for us thickums season, took a lot of heat in these text messages as well. I just want to say that first and foremost. Frig off. I was like, wait, what? At one point, he said, well, I don't even know if I can read that one. Ooh. Oh, Lord. Oh, God. He referred to women as the pigs I have stuffed. He likes, well, I don't know if he likes, but he was quoted as saying thick pigs. He also was describing his supervisor or a VP, and he said that she was a giant malignant cunt. I pray to the heavens that some fucked up insect from the Amazon crawls up her vagina, hatches eggs, and the litter kills her by eating her from the inside out. Micromanage isn't even the word for this twat bag. I want to shove a crowbar up her asshole and let a rat crawl in there. Sir, this isn't Stranger Things. This isn't creative writing. This is a text message that you sent to like another cop. What? Also, I do want to say one little thing, and I mean this just from like a psychological standpoint. Realistically, there's a lot of ass talk. And I'm not talking ass talk. I'm talking like asshole talk. And not like he's an asshole because he's a walking fucking asshole. But I'm serious with like a lot of I want to be in an ass. And is that saying that like maybe Michael, you'd like to switch teams? Okay. Because saying that you would like to non-consensually get into the little chocolate starfish of an unsuspecting woman on 19 different occasions and being like, I'm pissed off about it. Like he was getting mad. He was like, she won't let me near it. It's pissing me off. And I was like, hey, well, maybe she's not into it, dude. So weird. Jen said it. I didn't. Jen said it. Like, hey, Proctor, you put that on your Grindr profile, okay? Leave the ladies alone. Not interested. And at no point should you be like trying to coercively. I mean, if you're like, hey, I want to test back, I don't even know. Listen, let's not get into a weird talk here, which, listen, I'll always make it weirder, but no means no. And it's like he took no as a suggestion, got pissed off, and then would rage about it. That's very unsafe. And I wonder where this hatred for women, for a lot of women. And I mean, of course, I don't know how he, listen, I'm not going to say anything about how he grew up or anything like that. But if you don't respect women at all, like baseline respect. And for someone, you're thinking, okay, so if he had this hatred or this vitriol towards Karen Reed, although very misplaced, he had rage, vitriol, and hatred towards Irene Scorti Bello, who was the medical examiner. For what? He doesn't respect anyone. You're right. You're right on that, Pamela. And I was like asking, is this something that some men do, right? Like, do men just like, I can't consider it locker room talk because it's too much. It's so egregious. I'm talking about the sex stuff. The letting certain races die should be on another level completely. The racist, but the misogyny, I wondered, is there something, because I know that I would never speak of anyone in any terms that were used by this man. Not one. Not once in my life could I imagine me hanging out with a man that spoke like that, even to his friends. Because you're not a human I want to associate with. And Just Blue Eyes said it was too aggressive. Absolutely. And Court says, as a parent, we set examples for our children. He's a freaking parent, for Christ's sakes. Yeah. And I think he has a daughter. He has a daughter. That makes me sad. And I'm sad because, like, his daughter will someday see what her daddy was writing, because this is a big deal. And I think if you take that and you flip it, would he ever want a man to speak of his daughter or his wife, if he wasn't speaking about his wife, if it was a previous girlfriend, or if it was her, God bless her? Would you want a man to speak about your daughter like that? I think the answer would be no. And I think he would say, I would, beat the shit out of them or something. I'd frame them for murder. I don't know. But he should look inward. And I just wanted to say that maybe when it's all said and done, Chip, little old chocolate Chip, as he's known, Bear, he has a lot of nicknames, but he might be able to finally get that butt play that he wanted. And the recommendation from all would be, don't drop the soap when you head to the clink, you fucking scumbag. That's it. And Colleen Raff says, this is his legacy. How horrible. It is. This is how he will be remembered. This is what he will be remembered for. Oh. And Kimba says, big balls trying to get his job back. That's where I'm saying he believes it, Kimmy. Like, when he was doubling and tripling down, like, this man believes he's done nothing wrong. He wouldn't have changed a thing. That is him. And when someone shows us who they are, believe them. Because the Karen Reed text messages that were read aloud in court on trial 1, it was jaw-dropping. It was like, I remember you couldn't hear a pin drop in court. It was silent. And I remember Judge Cannoni saying, if that's your words, you have to read it. And then him reading it, saying it didn't change anything that I did throughout this investigation. And we got the right person. Scary. That's what it is, lovies. It's scary. What has gone on in the Commonwealth? What has gone on in Canton? What has gone on in Mass State Police? At the Norfolk DA's office is terrifying. Should scare the shit out of you. No pun intended. Absolutely. Just thinks that it was locker room talk. Just dudes being dudes. Just dudes being rapey. Just dudes being racist. It's what we do. What? You're cops. You don't just like represent middle-aged white men. Your demo. The only people you like is ones that look like yourself. And that is why it is terrifying when we see the people that look like Trooper Proctor, former Trooper Proctor, Tully. When you see, well, Buchanan has hair, but generally speaking, they're bald-headed, tall, middle-aged white men. They're all the same. Oh, actually? Oh, I don't have it on this one. Do I? Wait, where's my backgrounds? Oh, I don't know how to do it. Shit. How come I forget this? Remember I used to have that one that was like, I don't know. It would be all the heads and they all look the same. And it was like all proctors and we'd be punching I want to punch a proctor like you read about. Let's bring it back. We got to bring it back. We got to find a background. We have to punch a proctor today. It's fucking necessary. Let's punch a Goode. Let's punch everyone directly in their fucking crazy, crazy craniums. Nope, not there. Where does it live? Maybe in the settings. Find it. Visual. Yes, bitch, I got it. Where is he? Where's this fuck? Nope, not a good one. We'll find him at the, there he is. Oh, there you are. Oh, there he is. Hey, remember when you found that Lexus? Remember when you brought it back to Canton for no reason? On your mark, get set, punch a proctor. Fuck you, you piece of shit. You unbelievable cuck. You probably can't even, well, never mind. I'm not even going to say it. Never mind. I won't say rude things. I'll be better. Rise above. Don't say that he probably dick doesn't get hard and he, is like angry for many other reasons. Visual effects, find it, and then we'll take that away. Be gone. No, cancel. Don't delete it. All right, we fixed it. Okay. So yeah, can't stand him. Can't stand him. Quite literally. Thank you. Thank you, Allie in Texas. We're punching proctors. Okay, so that happens. And listen, babes, we're going to go down all of the entire motion when we go over it with Mr. Betterow. Okay, so bear with me. We'll go over it Sunday morning, which meanwhile, back at the ranch, listen to this. So I text Mr. Betterow and I go, hi. I go, you available tomorrow by any chance at 8 a.m. or 7 a.m.? Because I'm going to be in Laconia on Sunday morning. Okay. In a house. Oh my God, I've made choices. In a house with every minivan that ever lived 8 bedrooms. Kirk's show is tomorrow night. I'm leaving tomorrow morning to get up there to see everyone. We're going to the show. It's going to be at least 2 hours. There's going to be, Cully will be there. Everyone will be there. And then I'm going to sleep, and then I'm going to wake up and I'm going to do a Sunday service. I said, Mr. Betterow, we're going to be on a laptop. We're going to be on a Wi-Fi of unknown origin. I am terrified because we have so much shit to cover. But he said to me, 8 a.m. Sunday. And I go, noted. Fuck. So pray for me, lovies. Pray for me. Mary Malarkey, is that KSM people? So close, babe. This close. KMS people? Yes. Yep. Sure is. Kirk Minahan show. His final live show. It is going to be tomorrow night. We'll be there. Laconia 2026. Menners is a little prick. Still a little prick. On his goddamn... He did a little Minifan live today from the location. And... want to see him? Want to see him with Sketty? You'll laugh at this one. You sure will. Watch this. Look at Menace. Menace, don't talk shit anymore. Because that's him. That's him. There's Menners. There's our fucking tiny koala. Just half the man he used to be, you know? There he is, standing next to our beautiful Sketty Stain. Our meatball holding down the fort. God help me. So, yeah, it's gonna be a wild night. I just hope, I pray to the Wi-Fi gods, and I pray that that people aren't loud. I'm gonna have to be like, shut up. Shut up in the other rooms. Be quiet. I have shit to talk. Oh, little did I know. Hey, listen, little did I know either. Wild. I know. Val, stop it. You know. He does look like Deuce Bigelow, a child gigolo, and that is with the bags under his eyes. He looks like he's been traveling for 50 years to get here. Allegedly, Menners claims, I want to see a birth certificate. I don't mean to be like a truther here, but is he 48? Because the years have been hard in Australia. Just saying. Okay. Salut. We're going to get our shit together. This will be fine. So, but Mr. Betterow will break down all of the legal about it. And I want to kind of save most of that filing for him. But then today, first thing in the morning, I see that Karen is on the Today Show. We need to watch it together. I haven't seen it. Are you ready? Add it to stage. Thank you. Thank you. Look at her. She's a professional. Oh, hello. I love your face, Kristen. Thank you for being here, my sweet angel. And Katina Mello, thank you for becoming a YouTube member at my house. It is unnecessary and quite chaotic at times. And to Tons of Fun 911, a member for 14 months consensually at my house. Stop it. I've held you hostage. Curious about his text around the time of Enrique's death too. Bitch. You don't think I was? Are you kidding? This is why we are synced. We are locked. We are loaded. Do you have your period right now? I know you do. Same. Yeah. What was he saying? Because he was at least making a comment. If nothing else, he was racially profiling. Because he can't help himself. At worst, he was like, oh, I talked to so-and-so, and it really was this. I want to see it all, in my opinion. And Val, I love your face. My queen Val, I love your face too. You're the best. Okay, let's watch this. All right, Kat, first of all, Kat, love your hair. Okay, your ombre is ombreing.
A moment, but first, a closer look at this new lawsuit and a warning. Some of the language you are about to hear is disturbing and offensive.
You think? Don't do it.
Nearly 1 year after Karen Reed walked out of court a free woman, she's waging her own legal battle this morning against the police departments she says framed her for the murder of her boyfriend, police officer John O'Keefe.
You know what you did. You know what you've done.
The 46-year-old filing a scathing new civil suit against Massachusetts State Police and the town of Canton, laying out a litany of racist messages her attorneys say were exchanged between the lead investigator on Reed's case, Michael Proctor, and former Canton Police Sergeant Sean Goode.
Take your time. I saw was involved, so I wouldn't rush if you're working. Let them die.
Most of the messages unrelated.
Dear fucking God. Oh my God. What? Wait a minute. Did he leave this as a voicemail? Oh, Tiny Mary and Tiny Jesus in the boom. Cover your ears.
To read, but according to the complaint, their crude nature expose a culture of bias and corruption.
You are a filthy pig that you just do dirty things to.
Reed's history with Proctor and others in law enforcement stretching back years.
She's a whack job.
Her attorneys have long maintained, but have yet to prove, that O'Keefe was killed at a house party after a night of heavy drinking with fellow officers back in 2022, who then tried to cover it up by falsely accusing Reed of hitting O'Keefe with her SUV, leaving him to die in the snow.
This case should be over right now. Done. Because there was no collision.
A jury ultimately acquitted Reed last summer of second-degree murder after her first trial ended with a hung jury. Proctor, meanwhile, was fired for his...
Well, actually, facts matter journalism. One count was hung. The other two were not guilty, just saying. Also, this face. Puncha Proctor was born before any of this was known. And I just want to say I was ahead of the curve. Okay? Just like this curve on his nose, I was ahead of it. And if I've never seen a more punchable face on a man in my entire life. Just screams. Uppercut. Right? Like immediately. I want to KO this motherfucker like I dream about.
His misconduct. His lawyer dismissing the newly revealed messages from his personal life as having no bearing whatsoever on the investigation of Karen Reed. Sergeant Goode also off the force, resigning this week after he was placed on leave for alleged misconduct. It's unclear if that leave was connected to Reed. But Massachusetts State Police call their messages, quote, abhorrent, adding in a...
Okay. Also, we were born at night, but not last night. Come on. Oh, his lawyer won't say if it was about Reed. It most certainly was. It most certainly was, because if you remember, Goode was put on paid leave pending an investigation as soon as these text messages were discovered in the other cases that were brought by Rosemary. And it was like, it was jaw-dropping, and Canton needed to take their time to investigate. And then yet they didn't even finish up the investigation before he had the ability to resign, before there'd be public shaming and scrutiny, which there still will be, but he still got out a little bit scot-free here.
Statement, they do not reflect the agency's values. Yet the allegations of police corruption at the heart of Reed's defense struck a court for many of her supporters, who often gathered outside the courthouse, with many more following online.
Never in my entire life have I been more invested in a court case.
Even an auction of her SUV attracting intense interest until it was sold. It all comes as the former financial analyst fends off other legal woes, including a wrongful death lawsuit brought by the O'Keefe family. But Karen Read has vowed to keep fighting to vindicate her innocence.
There's more evidence and there's more of a story to tell.
Now, NBC News has reached out to Sean Goode, but has not yet heard back. The town of Canton, meantime, says it refutes any broad stroke characterizations about the people who serve in that department. And joining us now is Karen Read, along with her two attorneys, Alan Jackson and Charles Waters. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Karen, let's start with you, because we really haven't heard from you much and seen you really at all since the jury's not guilty verdict. First, just why file this lawsuit now? You already have one lawsuit in the queue. Why do this now?
This was always our plan, that I had to save my own life first.
Amen.
I can't do anything if I'm not free. And I had to fight for my freedom for years. And I knew as it unfolded, I was never going to be able to just forget that this happened to me, that I was wronged in this way. I couldn't just go back to life as it was. I have to continue fighting for justice. The acquittal is deserved, but the wrongs have not been completely righted. They've been happening along the way, but I always knew this was going to happen if I could get the help legally to do this.
Let's talk about that for a moment, Alan, because again, as we just saw in Laura's story there, Sergeant Goode's been fired,
right?
Lieutenant Proctor fired. They're both gone. The departments have.
Well, that's actually not accurate. Goode resigned, but okay. And I think that it was probably optimistic of Karen to say that didn't mean to do you dirty, Kat. That the wrongs still haven't been fully righted. Nothing. What has been righted? Officer John O'Keefe is still unalive. Karen Read did not strike Officer John O'Keefe with her Lexus vehicle. So what happened to Officer John O'Keefe? Whom is responsible for taking his life?
That there was wrongdoing. They've admitted that. From a legal standpoint, what do you precisely want to see happen here that has not already happened?
Well, it's a civil case, so the remedy is
truth.
The law speaks in dollars, but that's not what the ultimate goal is here. The ultimate goal is to ensure that we bring to the light the institutional biases, the institutional corruption that permeates the Massachusetts law enforcement system. That's what this lawsuit's going to do. Ultimately, what Karen wants, you cannot write on a check, which is exposure of the corruption that is the DNA of the Massachusetts State Police, of the Canton Police Department, which is evidenced by these two individuals and their text messages. They were in a position where they felt comfortable within their own family, the family of law enforcement, to send these vile text messages, to send these vile voicemails that are reflective of a deeper problem in the culture. That's what we want to expose.
But to be clear, we're seeking money.
At the end of the day, that's what the civil law requires. Yeah.
Charles, I want to bring you in here because you guys have always maintained she was framed, right? That's been your entire theory from the beginning here. But what evidence have you actually amassed over the past 4 years now? What evidence do you have to support that claim?
Well, I mean, I think that Alan.
Bitch, did you watch the trials? Sorry, no offense. I don't mean it like that. Ma'am, did you not see Officer John O'Keefe's 2.5-inch laceration to the back of his skull? You know what didn't do that? The grass. Because there was no rock Remember, babes, we've talked about this for as long as it could be. Was he near a rock? Was he near? I would have tried to put the pieces together any way I could have to make the Commonwealth's theory work. It did not work. And we're going to still say, what have you amassed? What haven't you? You have a goddamn circumstantial case, in my opinion, to try a bunch of co-defendants if you so choose. Now, do I think it would actually meet the threshold? Would it meet the burden? Because it wasn't investigated by Michael Proctor? No. They did not do their job. That's why I never say, oh, so-and-so did A, B, or C to Officer John O'Keefe. All I have always said is that a Lexus vehicle did not cause the injuries and the sustained death resulting. A Lexus didn't cause the abrasions to his arms. His arm, not arms, the abrasions. The unbelievable traumatic brain injury and brainstem herniation did not occur from a pirouette and flying 8 to 12 feet into the air and landing on a lawn of grass. Fuck off.
During the criminal cases, let the whole world see the evidence that she had.
Thank
but
you,
I
sir.
think first and foremost, you look at the injuries that John O'Keefe suffered, and that to me is the key. Those were injuries from the back of his head. He died from injuries to the back of his head, some ridged lead surface.
But you've had that for a while now, right? That's not new.
But the question was what evidence is, and you start there. And when you start there and you realize that the medical examiner, for example, testified at the criminal trial that these injuries that he had were inconsistent with a car strike. So you
Amen.
start there and then you say, what else could have happened? And then you look at the house. And then you look at the people that were in the house, and there are ridged surfaces in the house. There are relationships that John O'Keefe had with people in that house that were difficult relationships. And there's a lot of evidence that we've uncovered and that we're going to still uncover in this civil case.
Karen, let me come back to you for a moment here, because since the two trials, like what has life been like for you? I know you lost your house, you lost your car. Are you working right now?
No, I'm not working. I still don't have my license.
Bitch. Oh my gosh, I should have watched this earlier. I should have watched this independently. You did not just ask her, were you working? Where are you working? Are you asking a woman who just spent 4 years quite literally fighting for her life and has the most expensive DUI in the United States of America history of over $2 million to convict someone of a OU fucking I? Oh. She's like, yeah, hey, I don't have my license. Okay, I live at my parents'. And I likely suffer from complex PTSD after all this fucking bullshit, but thanks for asking. No, I'm not a greeter at Walmart, you prick.
And I'm back working on the case.
Oh.
And, we've brought in civil lawyers, but this case is so comprehensive that we need
Hi, Maza.
all hands on deck. I mean, I'm working on the case every day, and I don't know that I really ever took time off, and I don't know that I felt like I wanted to take time off. I want this to be over, but it's not done yet.
I want to, because we saw the throngs of supporters who would show up at that courthouse, who clearly believed just as the jurors did. But you have to know that when you walk down the street, there are lots of people who look at Karen Read and who think, oh, there's that woman that got away with killing her ex-boyfriend who was a cop.
Oh, God.
How do you go through life knowing that there are lots of people who, despite what the jury said, still think you did it and you got away with it?
I've not had any evidence that there's lots of people who feel that way. I mean, I have lived more low key in the last year. I've just struggled to not have the adrenaline that I had during trial. But I have no interactions, no matter where I go. The grocery store, a restaurant, Newbury Street in Boston, any hotel or restaurant I eat at. I don't pay for meals. I get discounts everywhere. My parents get help taking groceries. I don't have interactions. I have not seen lots of people. I haven't seen one. The support isn't relegated to what you saw at the courthouse. It's throughout Massachusetts, and it happens.
So you
when I
never heard
travel.
from one person who?
Not one. Well, there were.
Have you been on the internet? I mean, have you looked at any of the?
Oh yes, yeah.
Okay.
I've seen tweets. I have not interacted with anyone, and yes, there were people. There were pink shirts, and there was maybe for every 50 pink shirts, there was someone in a blue shirt who had many of them ties to people.
Ka. Oh, Ka. Okay, and first and foremost, babe, you should have upped that number, because to every 500 pink shirts there was one blue shirt. And the blue shirts are not indicative of support for Officer John O'Keefe, because every pink shirt supported finding the real killer or killers of Officer John O'Keefe. Every single pink shirt was fighting for justice for Officer John O'Keefe, which included and was not limited to ensuring Karen Reed didn't go to jail for a crime she didn't commit. Fuck all the way off.
People on the other side of this case.
John, let's talk about John for a second, Karen, because you dated for 2 years. You got so close with his family, his nieces, his nephews. You went on vacation together, right? This is somebody that you loved. And yet, I think for a lot of people, somehow he gets lost sometimes in this conversation.
How?
Well, he's not lost. He's the reason we're doing this.
I think people sometimes wonder, are you doing this for John, or are we trying to go after institutional corruption? Are we trying to get you money damages? What is the goal?
John was the victim of this institutional corruption, and we're the voice for John. And I have lived nearly daily John's final moments, and what happened to him, what was on his phone, what was the temperature of his phone, what was his interactions that I had experienced prior to his death with members of the family that lived in that house. And this all revolves around John. I can speak about my personal memories with John, and his family can speak to them as well. But I implore any one of John's family or friends to point to any moment that I wasn't loving or caring with John and his adopted niece and nephew. And
what was he like?
Oh God, that's so much. That's so much. There's a lot to unpack there, babes. Oh. It makes my heart hurt for Karen again. All over again, having to go through it all. And it's like, I get it. And I guess that everybody doesn't know everything that we do, right? We know the ins and outs. We know it back and front. And some of us were at court during the first and second trial. Some of us watched every day with whomever you watched it with, whether it was Emily D. Baker or Queen Melanie, or you watched Peter Trogan, like whoever you watched it with, or Aiden, like these are things that when it's brought up in such a callous way, and I think that they're clearly trying to say, like, think about the family, or what about John? And they might not be trying to be disrespectful, but it's like, if Officer John O'Keefe hadn't passed away or was killed in the manner in which he was, this would have not happened. And I think that we've said since Jump Street that it took a specific person. I could have never gone through the pressures, the pressure cooker, the media scrutiny, the fucking antis, and handled it in a way in which I did. I clap back. I go on a valid truth journey when Nan says something that strikes my fancy. Or if Meredith says something. So how in the fuck would I have been able to not crawl through the actual screens and been like, give me a deal? I would have been a pussy, and I would have had something had to have broken. My spirit would have broken. I wouldn't have been able to do it. And it is always in the final with the goal of having justice for Officer John O'Keefe. They both are hand in hand. And no matter what number is put on it, Karen Reed will never be made whole. And to be frank, the O'Keefe family will never be made whole either. It's heartbreaking.
John was very easygoing and kind of shy, quiet. And he just liked to watch Boston sports and drink a few beers. And he was funny. He had a really good sense of humor. And he was very dutiful to his niece and nephew. I mean, he did everything. They were involved in anything they wanted to be involved in. And he tried incredibly hard with them and gave up his bachelorhood, changed his trajectory on the Boston Police Department to care for them. So he was incredibly sacrificial.
We know you're fighting the civil suit that's been filed by his family, but if you could talk to his family today, what would you say to him?
I don't have anything to say to his family. I interacted with them for several years. John and I had actually dated a long time ago when we were in our early 20s, and I was caring and I believe generous with them, with my time, and we did spend a lot of time together. And they experienced who I am, and they know who I am.
Beyond the civil suit, what comes next for Karen Reed? What are you going to do for the rest of your life?
I don't think we're done discussing law enforcement, corruption, what's wrong with Massachusetts, where else is it?
So let's say you win the civil suit, then what comes next for you personally?
Personally, I'd like to keep talking about what I've experienced. I haven't really been free enough, especially with all these lawsuits, to say all that I've experienced. And I think it would be a waste for me to just disappear and go live on an island, although I would like to do that.
Well, we hope that you will come back. We have a lot more that we want to discuss with you as this case continues. Karen, Alan, Charles, thank you.
Oh, that was not great. Oh, that was not great. I hated that. I wanted to like that. Ugh. Okay, hold on, babes. Let me figure out what I'm doing here. Okay. How do I make that go away? Okay, I'm going to remove it. Is she doing it? Did she do it? Mm-hmm. Now what? Okay. Yeah, I can't stand it. Stop sharing. What did you think? Mary, she isn't coming back, hon. Yeah, no, we're not going back. Oh, they could have done so much better. They could have been so much more prepared. Not great. I will say, though, incredible last answer by Ka, right? Like, yeah, the civil suit is only to discuss the corruption that is in cities that has quite literally permeated through not only Canton Police Department, but Mass State Police and the Norfolk County DA's office. I question what in the Christ is happening in Miriam Ryan's Middlesex Police DA's office. What is happening? So everybody needs to be on notice. Corruption stops here. There has to be a different way. It has to be what? Fumigated. Oh, he did? Billy Bush went off about the interview? Oh. Yeah, Jen, you hope that people go into things with kind of an ability to read the room and who you're interviewing and not do softball questions by any stretch. Like, there were so many better questions you could have asked Karen. There was so much more I would have liked to know. And also, guys, I thought Kat would be on the Today Show almost a year ago. June 20th, I thought she'd be on the Today Show. 2025. And almost a year later, and after this civil suit dropping, and with the racism, and with the misogyny, and with the lack of humanity that were noted in those text messages, and the lack of duty, like you weren't protecting and serving an entire segment and segments of your community. And yet you focused on that. And I know that anchors aren't lawyers, but you would know that you have to go through a civil litigation because that is the only way in which exposure and accountability and that the dominoes will continue to fall. There will continue to be resignations. There will continue to be firings. There will continue to be reform when it is brought to light. Because light is the greatest disinfectant, and we know that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. D-Nice. It's like, okay, so after I heard this, hearing with you guys right now, this Today interview, and knowing what we know about what Karen had said, seeing those text messages, I am convinced that there is more. I'm convinced that there is potentially more evidence. Do I know anything? No. But would I be surprised if there was a bomb drop? Nope. Nope. Sure wouldn't. And 110%, Clean Sergeant says, God bless them kids for always. You know, Officer John O'Keefe's niece and nephew have experienced more loss in their young lives than anyone on this earth should have to experience. The loss of your mother, the loss of your father. Your uncle takes you in as his own, loves you up, does everything that he can for you. He has a girlfriend who you become close with. And then after one night, you lose both of them too. It's unimaginable. And at the ages they were, pray for those kids. God absolutely bless those children. And walk with them and protect them. I know. Susie Q says there's just so much loss. It's awful. Ooh. And Bink Bank says, AJ said on Billy Bush's that there is more to come. I knew it. I didn't know it, but I felt it. I felt it. Like, guys, we have spidey senses. Listen, bitches, we're witches, okay? We have a small coven here. You know this. You know it. So, duh, of course. Makes sense to me. All right, what am I doing here? Can I get rid of this? Go away. Be gone. Nope. Get out. I'm trying to get rid of this tab, but I don't know exactly how to do it, guys. Can I do that? Okay, and then what? Oh, I found it. Found it. I'm a genius. Okay. So, whatever. Then, oh, right. Bing Bang says, and also I can't wait for more. Oh, it's just too much. It's too much, all of it. And you just think about what are the ramifications? What comes next? What is, we do know what, I have one more thing that comes next. Hold, please. Bear with me. I got to find X, babes. Oh, here's a live update. My Knicks, 25-32. The Spurs are in the lead. Don't worry. Never count my Knicks out. My Nickies. Okay. Oh, we're just not doing this. So Proctor today files a protective order. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? And he's like, no, I can't be deposed in a couple of weeks. I'm busy. And I was like, oh, you're booked and busy, bitch. You don't have a job. Lizzie's got her kitten heel directly on your neck. You're an absolute garbage pail kid. Oh my God, Jimmy needs to make a garbage pail. Wait, does Jimmy have a garbage pail kid? Does he have a garbage pail kid of Proctor? Ooh. I don't know. Hold, please. Sorry, babes. I'm going to get it. It's right here. I can find it. Here it is. Emergency motion for protective order. Pull it up. You little scatuli. Got it. Bam. Now find your way home. Oh, God. Why do they make this so cotton-headed ninny muggins? Oh, Scooby-Doo-Bop, and I press this and put it there. Find your screen, share it everywhere. Can we come home? Okay, share it. Then we'll add it. God damn. I mean, it's 10 steps for the love of God and all things good and holy. Got it. Okay. Here it is. Can I make it bigger? No. Can I? I don't know. All right. Emergency motion for a protective order. Non-party Michael Proctor hereby moves. Wait. Why? Okay. I'll put me on here. Sorry. Non-party Michael Proctor hereby moves this honorable court pursuant to Mass whatever Civil 26C for protective order as to his deposition presently scheduled for June 8th, 2020. This motion is supported by ample good cause and set forth below. Mr. Proctor is not a party to this matter. Bitch. What? He is, at best, a mere fact witness, your mother. Although Ms. Reed has litigated this case extensively in the media, to the best of the undersigned's knowledge, only 3 depositions have been taken in this case. Ms. Reed's desired litigation strategy aside, Mr. Proctor will be produced for his depositions, but The previously agreed upon date of June 8th, 2026 is no longer workable due to a variety of circumstances as described further herein. Given Ms. Reed's unwillingness to accommodate a requested scheduling change, and then it's like highlighted at the bottom, June 5th, 2026, which is today, hearing to be held by Zoom on Monday, June 8th at 8:45, moving party to provide information concerning 1, when counsel learned of the witness's unavailability for deposition participation or preparation, 2, when Ms. Reed's counsel was informed, 3, why deposition preparation could have not placed today or this weekend, and 4, supporting witnesses' unavailability as referenced in the last paragraph of page 3 in this motion. This may be filed marked, quote, provisionally impounded. Fuck the impound. Take me to unimpound town immediately, if not sooner, with with a supporting motion, if warranted. All filings due by 5 p.m. on Sunday. I love it. Weekend work, make them fucking work. Copies shall also be emailed to Kevin Reardon at, okay, good. Next. Okay, so representations that he intends to go forward with the deposition, Mr. Proctor hereby moves for a protective order on an emergency basis. Background. The court is no doubt familiar with this matter, you think? So, Mr. Proctor will be brief. On or about January 23rd, 2026, counsel for Mr. Proctor accepted service of a deposition subpoena scheduling Mr. Proctor's deposition for April 21st, 2026 at 10 a.m. On March 25th, 2026, counsel for Ms. Reed indicated the need to reschedule Proctor's deposition due to a scheduling conflict and a judge refusing to accommodate the date. Thereafter, counsel for Ms. Reed and Proctor worked to reschedule Proctor's deposition. On April 3rd, 2026, counsel for Mr. Proctor accepted service of a deposition subpoena scheduling Proctor's deposition for June 8th, which is what, Monday? Yeah, Monday. The undersigned advised counsel for Ms. Reed of the scheduling conflict on June 5th. So today, they advised counsel. So on Friday, they said, nope, we can't do it on Monday. Counsel for Ms. Reed indicates that Ms. Reed would not agree to reschedule Proctor. Argument. Quote, the scheduling of a trial and the conduct and scope of discovery and protective orders are issues within the sound discretion of the motion or trial judge. Okay, upon motion by a party, by the person from whom's discovery is sought and for good cause shown, the court in which the action is pending, or alternatively, on matters relating to a deposition, the court in the county or judicial district. Okay, so whatever, you may change it as long as the justice says so. To protect a party or person from annoyance, embarrassment, oppression, or undue burden or expense. Oh, I'm sorry. Are we allowed to not go to depositions if you're embarrassed? Since when? Since the fuck when? Oh. Footnote. Pursuant to Superior Court Rule D9, the provisions of Superior Court Rule 9A do not apply to emergency motions. As noted further below, as it pertains to Mr. Proctor's personal circumstances, the undersigned was only recently made aware of the circumstances necessitating a continuance. Yeah, like today, bitch. Good cause exists for allowing the instant motion due to 1, existing practice and trial obligations of Mr. Proctor's counsel. Okay, so his counsel can't be there. But they didn't know about this in April. Odd. Mr. Proctor's personal circumstances, like what? Did Lizzie kick you out? Did you put that kitten heel directly on your neck and say, get out of here? Or 3, the lack of any cognizable prejudice to Ms. Reed in the rescheduling of this deposition. How about we already rescheduled it? And we're not kicking the can down the fucking road any further. First, counsel for Mr. Proctor were each scheduled to try 3 separate cases during the month of June. Oh, well, I'm busy. I have work. 2 of which ultimately did not go forward. Well, I don't have work. 1 of which did go forward. This is a long sentence to say that. And all of which required extensive trial preparations. The undersigned was scheduled to begin a 3-week jury trial. Wonderful. That case settled on eve of trial. Attorney Crotty was scheduled to begin a multi-week trial in Superior Court, which was continued at a final trial conference. Lastly, Attorney DeGagny was engaged in trial in Superior Court, and the jury returned its verdict yesterday. These existing practice and trial obligations hampered counsel's ability to confer and prepare Mr. Proctor in advance to his June 8th, 2026 deposition, and renders the June 8th, 2026 date an undue burden. Bitch. Second, due to personal circumstances, Proctor has also been unavailable for deposition preparation. Why? The undersigned only became aware of these circumstances recently. Counsel for Proctor will, if the court desires, provide additional information regarding his personal circumstances that he needs to reschedule. Third, this motion should be allowed because Ms. Reed cannot demonstrate any prejudice resulting from the requested relief. Okay, to be abundantly clear, Mr. Proctor is not seeking the relief that, quote, the discovery not be had. The relief sought here is namely that, quote, may be had only on specified terms and conditions, including a designation of time, place, or manner. Okay, so they're saying, listen, the relief sought here is not that we are not going to be deposed. It's just that we need more time, which is like, so annoying, but I don't know. Will it be granted? Probably. Ms. Reed can show no prejudice based on a short delay in completing one of the 20 depositions Ms. Reed has indicated she intends to take. Moreover, per the Superior Court docket, the fact discovery deadline in this matter is currently August 17th, 2026. Shit. So they will probably kick it down the road. With over 2.5 months left to complete discovery, the party should be readily able to identify an agreeable date for this non-party deposition. But she wouldn't have said no. I don't think Karen would have just said no, or AJ. So I find this interesting. For the aforementioned reason, good cause exists for allowing this motion for a protective order under Mass Crim. This disagreement arises from nothing more than a scheduling dispute, which the undersigned bring to this honorable court only out of necessity due to Ms. Reed's refusing to accommodate the schedule change. Proctor respectfully requests that his honorable court allow Mr. Proctor's order for a protective order. A motion for protective order. Okay. Who's my one that's lost? I'm lost as F. Okay, don't be lost as F. Let me just stop sharing this. We'll talk shit. Am I here? Dear God. Oh, hello. All right, whatever. Okay. So, what that said, in like a billion words, too many words. It was incredibly wordy. But they're saying that there are specific rules that say that Proctor can ask for the delay because discovery isn't due till August. But I wonder why Karen said no, right? Because Karen and AJ wouldn't just be like, no, we're being bitchy. There has to be a reason. So I'm wondering what that reason is. And they're saying that it is undue burden on Proctor. The burden to him is that he's been unprepared. So it's undue burden. His lawyers were busy getting ready for trials that 2 of them didn't actually go to trial. And then 1 of them did, but like, who cares? You had 2 other lawyers, but all right, I'll fucking play ball. And then that he has personal shit going on. And if you have personal matters, you're allowed to ask for a continuance. But you would have, one would hope you would have asked for this before Friday night, this like the business day before he was scheduled to actually have the deposition, which was Monday. So maybe the hair across the ass of Karen and AJ is like, you knew you guys were in trial since May. So why didn't you ask for a continuance then? But I'm so nosy. I want to know what the personal matter is. What's happening? Tell me. And now it'll be impounded. It'll go to Impound Town. Oh, and Bink Bank says, I bet when he found out AJ was the one doing the depo, he chickened out. I'd be scared shitless too. And Jen Fox says, coward Michael Proctor. Reason the judge will be able, the judge will make the final decision, clearly. And will they give it? Maybe, because yeah, the judge might, because it's not discovery isn't due till August. If it was like an end of June deadline, I would think the judge would likely need more information. But probably because it's not until August, guys, they probably will allow it. I'll allow it. No, I will not call Mr. Betterow. You know what I'm going to do? Bink Bank, I'm going to ask him on Sunday morning, because that's when we'll ask. He's away. I don't know where he is, but I guess he's flying tomorrow, he said. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Breenan's deviated septum. You don't do it the fucking Friday before the Monday deposition. That's the problem. Like, that's the sketch, right? Like, is there really anything happening, or are you being a bitch? Damn it, Dina. We'll have Zabar's coffee break. Yes. Oh, that's so true. Oh my gosh. E-Chase. P.S. I got your email, babe. Oh, wait, I responded to you. Woo, okay. This judge is getting sick of all the canceled depositions too, though. That is so true. This judge is like, figure it out. Don't ask me. You guys are grown. Figure it out. So I wonder, when he found, I think when the judge found out it was between 14 and 24 additional depositions, it was like, wait, what? And he was like, great, get on that. Huh. Oh, I'm sorry. Damn it, Dina. Oh, not damn it, Dina. Damn it, Dana. Sorry, babe. I'm terrible. You know, I'm the worst with the handles. Not damn it, Dina. It's damn it, Dana. And she said, off topic, I saw a post from your man saying, makes you look remarkable. Ew, Michael. Okay, listen, where would I rather be? Loveys, if I wasn't here with you, I'd rather be getting dicked down by Montante, okay? But girl can only do so much. I can just watch the Knicks and get some dicks tomorrow, you know? Okay. So on that note, we've covered it. We're ready. And we love our bowl of spaghetti. That is Mr. Yannetti. His case, there's a lot to talk about in that too. So I'm going to ask Mr. Federer all the things on Sunday, 8 a.m. Be here. Okay? Don't make it weird. We're going to do, well, listen, it might be weird. It might get real weird. It might get so weird that I'm uncomfortable because I don't know who's at the house. Do you understand this? I'm going to a house, not with just Michael, not just with Boo, his best friend. It's going to be like Danny and Bill Ricca, John and Warren. Beanbag Ron is not going to be there. I don't even know who else is staying there. I hope there's a lock on a door. I don't know what's going to happen. Menners is probably going to be in a basement. And no one will find him. He's so short. Someone's going to put him in a dryer and just put him on a little spin cycle. We'll do delicate. Oy. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Just Blue Eyes. I will have a blast. I can't wait to see Kirk. I can't wait to see the final show. I'm sad that it is the final show because I went to Saco in September and it was an awesome show. And, you know, I know that some new fans have come, but it's been a wild ride and I wish that he would keep going forever. All right. All right. I love your, oh shit. Well, we're coming back. Spurs 44-39. Come on, Nickies. I'm going to, in Brunson, I trust. And in Cat. All right. Loveys, be good to you. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Shut up, Kim. Did you do all the things? Oh, no. I don't even know where I am right now. I think I did all the things. All right. Look it. She's getting better. You're the smartest and the prettiest. I love your faces. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Fat. It ain't got your ass getting fat. Bitch, you grown, that ain't been in the gym. I see your ass up on the staircase. Bitch, you got it on level 2. Bitch, go fast. Girl, I ain't gonna lie, I tell you how I feel. Bitch, you handcuff your big ass to the treadmill. You wanna work out now, cause you know it's getting hot. And your big ass finna pop all about off the top. Find the right chicks and some tight shit in the zone. See your ass make some tight shit, we like she